Welcome back again, everyone, to another one of our workouts from home. Today's workout is going to follow on the heels of the one that we did several days ago, which was upper body. So today I'm going to focus more on your low back, your hips, your legs, your feet, balance, and coordination. So there's a lot to get through today. Let's go ahead and get right into it with a gentle warm-up. I'd like for you to start by rolling your shoulders all the way back, in a circle, down, forwards, up, and then back again. So we're trying to exaggerate this movement, trying to get them as high up or as far out in every direction as you can get them. A nice slow pace. You can go a little slower or a little faster than me. Just don't do them quickly. And it's enough. We're going to stop and then reverse that direction. So both shoulders are going to go forwards. Exaggerating the movement. And then an old favorite. We're going to keep the right shoulder going forwards, but the left shoulder is going to go backwards. If you're at home, you can recite the alphabet backwards while you do this. Please and thank you. I won't do it because I just don't want to confuse anyone. Now let's switch that direction. So the right shoulder should go backwards, the left shoulder should go forwards. Do your best. Try to coordinate. If you don't succeed today, you'll succeed tomorrow. Do this one every now and then. All right, let's wiggle those shoulders out and get into the rest of the spine. I'd like for you to tuck your chin into your chest, roll the shoulders forwards, and then slowly slide the palms down your thighs. Keep a little bit of a flex in the knees. We're going to exaggerate that floor posture. Just lowering down, folding the spine one vertebra at a time, and then reversing that order. Extending one vertebra at a time. Raising up, pull the shoulders back, turn the palms to face the wall in front of you. Open up your wingspan, take a deep breath in, and then repeat. Tuck just the chin in, roll the shoulders forwards, and make your way back down towards the feet. Taking slow, steady breaths in and out as we go. Make your way back up. One final time, pull the shoulders back, open up the wingspan, pull the arms back, take a deep breath in. All right, we're going to follow up on that with what's called the deadlift, which is just a simple way of saying fold and bend forward. So I'd like for you to keep your spine in a neutral position now. So if you're already having a poor posture, I'd like for you to draw your chest up, take the rib cage, pull the rib cage up, and then we're going to do something called an abdominal brace, and that simply means that you take your belly button and you cinch it in, you suck it in towards the spine. So you have this light abdominal engagement. Try to keep the spine in the position that you have it now and keep your abs engaged in the way that I've just described. Now we're going to space out our feet about a shoulder width apart, and we're going to start by pushing the bum back. Can't put it any better way than to just stick the butt back. Allowing the knees to begin to bend progressively more and more. If you need support for your back, put your palms on your thighs. Keep that abdominal brace. Don't stop, rather cinching in. Keep pushing the bum back. If you can go a little lower, go a little lower. If you can't, then just hold while the rest of us take a little extra time to go as low as we can go. If you want to release the hands and touch the ground. Now to rise, we push the hips forwards. We do that in one fluid movement. Don't do it slowly. So we'll lower with a little bit more control, a little bit more thought, and then we'll rise in one smooth movement, pushing the hips forwards. Do that twice more. Push those hips back, cinch the belly button in, engage. Again, don't be shy to hold this position if you feel like your back is already being challenged. And then rise up, and then okay, one more. Push the bum back, hands on thighs, lower as far as you can go, and then our last rise. Excellent. So now our low back, our hips, our legs, it's all warmed up. Let's get the feet involved now. We're going to do a heel raise. And then every time we drop down, we're going to pick up the balls and toes of both feet. So for that reason, you're certainly going to want a chair because whenever you push up or pull up the toes and the balls of the feet, it makes you want to fall backwards. So I want you to have physically your hands on the chair in front of you. That doesn't mean that you need to use it to push yourself up or to use it for balance, but it's there in case you need it. You probably will. So we're going to count this, the multiple of 2 starting from 0, 2, unless you need the chair, 4, 6, the less you use the chair, 8, the better. Keep your hands on it. That doesn't mean that you need to be gripping and pushing and pulling. 10, 12. After all, the point of this exercise isn't just to strengthen the feet. 14, it's to improve your balance as well. 16, 18. Don't stop at 20, we're gonna count backwards. 20, 20, 18, that's it. 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 0. Now you're going to love me for this one. We're going to take our toes, we're going to spread them, just open up the toes a little bit, but we're going to keep those heels side by side. So very close position of the feet. Now we're simply going to do heel raises, and we're going to do the back to back. So this is a faster pace now. So 1, 2, 3, that kind of pace. So let's follow along. Keep your hands close to the chair at the very least. And we're just going to count in ones from 1, 2, 3, picking that pace up. 4, 5, going all the way to 20. 6, 7, but don't worry, we don't have to count back from 20. 8, 9, 10. Now lift those arms up if you can. 11, 12, if you feel secure enough. 13, 14, now send them in front. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to use the chair for the next one. It's for the hips. It's going to be a lateral leg raise, and since I like having you coordinate your limbs, I want to have your opposite arm raising. So we're going to touch the chair with our right hand. Our left arm goes up in the air, our right leg goes up in the air. Actually, it doesn't matter if you're doing the same as me or the opposite, as long as it's opposite leg, opposite arm, okay? So we're going to spell the word muscular forwards and backwards just on this one leg. So starting at M, U, try to get the limbs as high up as you can, S, and it doesn't necessarily need to be as high up as I'm getting mine, C, or maybe it's going to be higher, U, L, A, R. Now we're going to do our best to count backwards, to spell that backwards. R, without taking a break. A, L, U, C, S, U, M. Okay, so now we can switch sides. That was an 8-letter word, 16, a count of 16, so we're just going to simply count to 16 with the opposite limb. So let's go ahead and get started right away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you're feeling a burning sensation in your hip, 10, that's exactly what I'm looking for. 11. I did start off by saying 12. This was a glute exercise, a hip exercise. 13, 14, and the last one, 15. Excellent, everyone. You can remove the chair, although some of you might want to have it close by. The next exercise is going to be a squat. In and out of the chair, or if that's too low for you, you can take use the wall, take a step about a foot away from the wall, and then just push your bum back towards the wall until it touches. Now you've got lots of support. You could even have a chair next to you and then push up, and then you could work your way to moving progressively low. I'm going to demonstrate on the chair because I would like to remind you that as we do this movement, we're pushing the hips back to lower, and we push the hips forward to rise. That's the way I think of this movement. That's why we started to warm up today with a similar exercise. So the numbers that are above me right now is 9 digits, 888-999-444. Try to remember that sequence. We're going to count it forwards for this first set of squats, starting from 8. Good. 8. 8. Okay, I'm going to pause a little bit so you can try and remember what the next set of numbers are. 9. 9. 9. Okay, it's not such a difficult set of numbers to remember this time. 4. But every now and then I like to throw in a tough sequence. 4. So if you're remembering this sequence today, 4, great. You can smile and feel a great sense of smug satisfaction. But the next time I might make it a little bit more challenging, so be prepared. So now I hope you remember that number sequence because we're going to count it backwards. All right? But this time I'd like for you to put 1 foot away from the chair or 1 foot away from the wall. And we're just going to do single leg squats this time. So again, the chair would look like this. Okay, just a staggered sense of the feet so you favor one leg over the other. Let's count that sequence backwards, starting from, I hope you remember, 4, 4, 4, 9, 9. Remember, if this is too much for you on the chair, try it against the wall. 9. You can do half as much, a quarter as much, whatever you need, whatever your body is capable of doing. You can still get some exercise in. 8. You can still get yourself stronger. 8. You can still improve your health. 8. All right, so that was a set of 9. Now we're going to switch. We're going to stagger our feet in the opposite direction. And we're going to count just 1 to 9 to match up with the other leg. So take your time. Let's lower down and begin. 1. 1. 1. Why did I say 1, 1, 1? 1, 2, 3. 4. I'm a little distracted today. 5. Something has happened today. 6, that I'm sure has happened to many of you in the past, although it's the first time it's happened to me. 7, and that is 8. Well, let me just preface by saying it's been a warm day. And 9, and a very hot, muggy day. And I decided I'd open up the car windows to air it out a little bit before I got back in and closed them up. And I forgot, of course, and we had some heavy sun showers, and I just realized that I left my windows open, so I'll have to go and close those afterwards. I hope you can relate. So we're gonna do one more exercise. It's gonna be seated in a chair. So go ahead, take your seat, make yourself comfortable. Okay, so this is gonna be a dual action. You're gonna want to grip the sides of your chair for support. For those of you who want the more simplified version of this exercise, it's going to be an alternating knee raise like this. Right knee raise, left knee raise. For those of you who have the strength to do a little bit more, I'd like for you to raise the knee, extend the leg fully. So squeeze those muscles, and then bend the knee and drop, and then repeat on the other side. All right, that's it. You're trying not to collapse and keep fairly good posture throughout. We're going to count this in a multiple of 6, starting from 0. Don't rush. 6. One of the factors that I want you to consider here is time under tension. 12. That means we don't rush through the exercise. We keep our muscles engaging for a longer period of time. I think that was 18. 24. I better focus on the counting. 30. 36. 42. 48, 54, 60, and we started on the legs, so let's do one more of this, and 66. All right, excellent. So that's actually all I had planned for your workout today. It was more than enough to strengthen your legs and keep your hips strong. So we're going to finish out, as I promised in the last session, with some coordination exercises. Actually, something specifically for peripheral side. So today it's going to be tossing the ball from one hand to the next, no bouncing necessary. I'd like for you to fix your gaze on one point in the distance. Stare at that point so that you can't look directly at the ball. However, I'd like for you to keep this ball within your line of peripheral sight the entire time. So for some of you might want to keep that very conservative, that throw. And others might like to experiment a little bit more. After all, we do this one fairly frequently, so if you notice you're dropping the ball a little bit less, then you should be experimenting and challenging yourself. Even if that means you drop the ball a few more times, you're still going to make improvement. So, we're going to count this in a multiple of 12. Stagger your feet and flex the knees, flex the hips. Don't lock out the joints because you're not going to be able to move quickly or react. It's better if you keep everything flexed, and then your balance is going to be better, your reaction time is going to be better. So let's start at 0, 12. Remember, don't look at the ball. Fix 24. Your gaze on a point in the distance, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 108, 120, counting backwards, 120, 108, 96, 84, 72, 60, 48, 36, 24, 12, and 0. Okay, you can put that ball away. You just made it through another one of our workouts. If you don't notice the difference or appreciate the difference, if you don't notice between the way I was editing the videos and the way I am now, because as you know by now, I've changed the editing program, just let me know what your thoughts are. I really love to hear your feedback. It's incredibly important for me to hear it now more than ever because I am not standing in front of a live group anymore, watching you, observing you, talking to you, having discussions. So do let me know your thoughts. But until I see you again in a few days' time, I'd like for you to stay active, stay safe, stay hydrated. It's hot out there. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.